Alright guys, MD Prepper here with one of my last reviews for now on low-cost prepping options for firearms, that sort of thing. This is the Rossi Match Pair. I've not seen that many reviews on these on YouTube or anywhere else that I thought were particularly good, so here goes. This is the 22 and 20 gauge version. Let me first start by saying that the 20 gauge and this lightweight and small of a shotgun slash rifle, it's stiff. The 20 gauge is not a good choice if you're buying this gun as a beginner gun for your child, something like that. The 20 will scare them away. This thing is stiff. They also make it, of course, in a 410 and 22 version. I would probably go for that one if I was going to give this to a young shooter. This is, of course, the youth version that I bought a long time ago as just a knock-around multi-purpose varmint gun that I can keep in the back of the truck or tractor, ATV, something like that. I don't have to worry about beating up. The price have gone up a good bit in the last few years. I got this whole kit for 99 bucks. Again, I'm a sucker for a good price gun, even if it's cheap. I like to try it out. For 100 bucks, if I didn't like it, I could get rid of it. Kept this in the back of my vehicle for years and years and years. 22 if I need to kill some squirrels, some nuisance and things for buddies, stuff like that. And of course, a 20 gauge if I needed some bird shot to take down some form of winged creature. Shot this fairly good amount. Hadn't shot a lot in quite a while. We'll start with the rifle barrel. 22, 18.5-inch barrel, just to be legal. Has fiber optic sights, green on the back, red up front. Don't know if you guys can appreciate that, but a very nice little option on a cheap little gun like this. They are adjustable, the rear sights, slightly, and it is drilled and tapped for a scope if you wanted to mount a scope directly onto this thing. But again, for 100 bucks, I really don't think that I would spend the money on a scope. Brake action, got the thumb button right here. Single shot, as you can see. Ejects those 22 rounds just fine. I've fired just about everything in the world through this thing, 22 wise, and have had no problems at all. Shoots just fine. Of course, you have to cock the hammer back, as one would expect. You've got a safety and a fire right here. Not a bad trigger pull for a $100 gun. Again, this is a short stock gun. Again, this is the youth model. I got it because I wanted something small and compact. So if you're a huge guy, it's going to be a little too small for you. I'm an average size guy. It's a little short, but I still shoot fine with it. It's for what it is. It's a practical little knockabout multi-purpose gun that can do a little bit of everything. Now, of course, being the match pair, the good thing is this thing comes with two barrels. You can swap this out very easily with your shotgun barrel. Now, you can't just go out and buy extra barrels and tack them on to the receiver. They have to be fitted for the rifle. So if you wanted to get a 410 barrel or some other type of caliber, you'd have to send this back to Rossi and have them change it out. I don't feel like doing that for the cost. Let me do a quick example of how you change out the barrels. It's very easy. I'm not trying to do this as a speed test or anything, so bear with me. You break it open. It's the easiest way I've found. You spin this front sling swivel, which attaches right there on your barrels. You'll see it here on the 22 in just a second. I almost got it. Now, should pop off just fine. There we go. Pops off. You rotate the barrel out and down. Comes right off. Off with the 22. On with the 20 gauge. Snap it into place. Grab it. Pop it on right there. Feel for the screw hole there. Twist it on. Nice and tight. There you go. Now you have a 20 gauge. Don't know quite what the time was on that, but it's not long. Now, your 20 gauge barrel. It is a 3-inch chamber in it. Has just a standard bead front sight on it. Nothing fancy, but again, what would you want for something like this? Again, I've shot quite a lot of different loads through it. Buckshot, birdshot, slugs, etc. Again, those buckshots and those slugs are stiff in this light of a gun. Of course, I went ahead and added an aftermarket little butt sling for an extra few shotgun rounds on it, for extra 5. That's plenty of firearms power in a gun like this. I really wanted the 20 gauge in case I ever needed this for a defensive situation. No, I don't want a single shot shotgun for defense, but if you watch Thunder Ranch, Clint Smith, he shows you how to do it, and you can do it if you practice enough. 20 gauge buckshot and slugs, that'll be good enough in a survival situation. I hit somebody with it, they're probably going to stop. And with 20 gauge slug, I can probably take a deer if I really tried. Took my time. This rifle came in kind of a OD green, I guess is the best way to call it. I think most of these generally come in just a standard black. They were running some kind of special when I bought this. I think you can get it in other colors now. I don't see this color very often. One thing about it, you can see some scuff marks up front there where it's been carried and banged up on stuff, so black might have looked prettier in the long run, but I like this color. Only thing I would do with this gun different is it's got a plastic little cheap buttstock. A rubber buttstock would be a nice addition to this. I just never have done it. Don't really know why. Now, other than just having the advantage of a shotgun and a 22 interchangeable, this thing also comes with a little carry bag, which is quite nice. It says Rossi on it. If you keep it in the back of your car, make sure you turn this down so people can't see it, because otherwise they're just going to see this little bag and probably have no idea what it is. If you got it on this side, you know, throw a towel over, blanket, something like that. Nobody will ever notice it's there. Now, good thing about this little rifle kit, it's got a spot for your buttstock. You can see that there, and each of your barrels, so things don't go banging together and get scraped up. Your forestock you have to throw in there somewhere, or just keep it on one of the barrels. What I found is once this is all, well, there goes my pager, guys. I'll have to call that in a second. Sorry about that. I might edit that out. Good thing about this is when it's all sealed in, you can actually lay a lot of ammo in here and still fold it all up. I managed to have about 222 round rifles, rounds of various calibers, some subsonics, etc., and also a fair selection of 20 gauge rounds and slug shells for whatever purpose. In addition, you can also take the sling from this rifle bag and just do a quick detach from the rings here at the ends, and you can use it as a rifle sling or shotgun sling at these attachment points. Now you can't see this one back here because I've got it covered up with the buttstock. I don't really use that option a lot. It's just a cheap little sling, very basic. But again, if you needed to sling this thing over your shoulder and you were going to leave this bag in the car somewhere like that, you could. I also managed to put a cleaning kit, some swabs and patches, everything like that, in this kit so I could have a multi-purpose rifle that I could just run off with if ever I had the need to deal with something. Again, for $100, tough to beat. Again, the price has gone up a little bit, but 2 guns in one, it's a good starter youth rifle. Again, if you go to the youth, the 22 is fine, but I'd get the 410. MD Prepper out. Thanks, guys.